Now let me tell y'all something about dreams. Listen up, because this is something I found out a long time ago that goes against everything you see in a movie, on TV, or what your great-grandma may have told you when you were a kid. See, dreams don't happen overnight. That ain't how it works. See, they come to you in the daylight. You got to be awake. Cause baby, you got to run dreams down. See, that chase is where we learn the most about ourselves. To take that extra step, that extra mile, that extra rep. Now look here. You don't never know how long it's gonna take, or exactly what it'll look like when you get there. The only thing you know is you can never stop. So, question time. What's your dreams? What's your dream? Are you willing to do what it takes to make that dream a reality? No. See, not while you're sleeping, but every darn day you wake up. Because if it does, good morning. Now give me my darn thing.
Boom, man. What's happening? Welcome in to Rob Media. My brother from another mother, Coach Dre. He'll be here in just a minute, so y'all just be patient. We're going to rock off for the 10 minutes until Coach Dre get up here. Man, but how's everybody doing? Let me know where you're checking in from. The Rob Media and Coach Dre show is back on a regular. Y'all check us out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So, hey, we back, man. Hey, let me know what we checking in from, man. How everybody doing today? College football trenches, man. We back. Yeah, we back. Yeah. We listen, we coming live and direct, man. We bringing the show back. So, hey, we've been out the way for a while, you know what I'm saying? But we back for everybody. Like I said, it's been a good journey that we've been on. That we got planned out for the rest of this year. And we just appreciate the support for those that's been rocking with us. I know Coach Dre has been on other platforms. Y'all been seeing him talk. Y'all haven't been seeing me. But, hey, the Rob Media, Tom's Coach Dre show is back live in action. So, hey, you don't want to miss. Rob, I'll be at the Texas Tech game. I don't know if I'll be at that game just yet. Because I got a schedule laid out of places where I'm gonna be at. And I got to do more games outside of Colorado. So it's like I don't know if I'm gonna be there just yet because I do got a lot of games that I will be touching this year outside of Colorado. So that's why it's major, man. If y'all on the platform, hit that notification bell because we're gonna be in a lot of different places this year. And not just me. We're gonna highlight Coach Dre's team. I will be at some of the football games live showing Coach Dre's team. We're gonna be on some college visits. We're gonna be at some Colorado games. We're gonna be at a Florida game, a Texas game, some NFL games. So we got the schedule kind of laid out for the year, for the rest of the year. Once August, September, October, November gets here, where we going. So man, you might see me at a Colorado game one day, an NFL game the next day. Or 1 week I got a high school game, a college game, and an NFL game. So it's gonna be some weekends where I'm super busy. The platform's gonna be live from different places, networking, doing some behind the scenes things with some people, but making sure that we get a spotlight on our bus in the NFL. So I want to make sure that we cover, all the buses in the NFL, bring that Colorado coverage to you guys. So, man, y'all just, man, the blessings that y'all have done for us, man, it's really been appreciated. And you don't go notice, and I want to make sure that we get back to y'all. And if you don't have a membership to the platform, I'm telling you, you better get one. Because we will be dropping some members-only lives, and when we drop those member-only lives, it will be some behind-the-scenes things of like places that we are. So whether that's in Cleveland at a Browns game, whether that's in Jacksonville at a Jaguars game, whether that's in Tampa at one of those games, or going up to the Panthers, or Colorado game, or Florida. You never know where we're gonna be at. So if you are a member, we thank you for the support to the platform, but we try to bring you something different, something more than just Colorado football this year. So we just want to show our gratitude to the members, the people that's really been rocking out with us, the people that's been supporting us. And you don't have to become a member for sure. But we appreciate everybody that are members to the platform, because that goes a long way. I'm planning on going to a Browns game, hopefully see Shedeur, since Ohio, that's not far from me. So, hey, Ms. Phyllis, just let me know what game you're going to. You know what I'm saying? I might pop out to the same game. I want to try to, as I go to stuff, what I'm saying, I try to get, as many people that's a part of the brand to be there with us. So we're going to try to bring you experience in a different way than most people do. Coach Dre will be up here in just a minute, but I'm holding it down for the first 10 minutes until my brother from another mother get up here. Shedeur is to go to the NFL. Hey, listen, we finna get into some Shedeur talk. We're going to get into some Shiloh talk. We're going to get into a little bit of Travis talk. But, the main course of this whole situation is, when you look at, Shedeur, and you look at what Cleveland is doing with Shedeur, it's Shedeur Sanders. And this is the question for the chat, right? Is Shedeur Sanders the most underdog person that the NFL needed? Let me know in the chat right now, right? Is Shedeur Sanders the most underdog player that the NFL needed to move headlines and sell things for this season? Let me know. Let me know in the chat right now. Because we're gonna get into this conversation with Coach Dre. We're gonna break down some things. But when y'all look at the NFL and how the NFL is right now, and the one thing that everybody roots for is underdog, right? Shedeur Sanders is the most underdog player based upon the draft and where he was selected that everybody's going to have their eyes and they're going to be watching out for. So Ms. Phyllis says she thinks so. College football, hey, yes, the NFL need an underdog to root for. Hey, listen, Shedeur Sanders is the right underdog to root for, right? And like he said, don't call him 2, call him 12. You know what I'm saying? He got the number 12 on. He not rocking number 2. Y'all seen it. He came out and said it. So we here for it, And so when you look at Shedeur Sanders and being an underdog, it's gonna be a sight to see. It's gonna be a treat. Every game that he does this year is going to be at a higher scale. You're gonna see ESPN cover him like no other player's been covered. So man, I'll be to it. But first thing before we get into the show, I need to need 5 people to share out this live. Let everybody know that we here, we back. My brother from another mother will be popping up on the platform, so we're gonna get the show rocking. But I'm just up here having a conversation with y'all before my brother get up in here. But before he gets up here, I want to know how everybody feel about Shiloh Sanders. How does everybody feel about Shiloh Sanders being in Tampa Bay? I think he's going to end up being one of the captains, one of the leaders on this Tampa Bay defense. I just want to see how everybody thinks, how they feel about Shiloh being in Tampa. Or are you going to go check out a Tampa Bay game? Or are you going to be watching Tampa knowing that Shiloh Sanders is there? Because all you see is all reports and headlines about Colorado players being the best at camps, right? You hear about Jimmy Horn. Hey, he just out there dominating. He looks better than the number 1 wide receiver that they drafted. You heard him talk about Tay. Man, Tay is just off the charts, man. He's doing what he's doing. You hear about Shiloh, what he's doing in Tampa. You hear about BJ Green. You hear about Cam. And that's all you can focus on is what we doing in the NFL and how we're taking over the league. So, hey, we here. And we about to take over. And the next wave of players come to the NFL. Now, the one person that I wish that they got an opportunity to make a 90-man roster was Shedeur. And I still think he's going to have an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Just keep grinding because injury's going to happen. And he's going to get blessed to come on and be a practice player. So, you say you're going to make a Tampa game. Hey, we going to be in Tampa. I'm going to tell you this right now. Rodman Media, we will be in Tampa. We will be in Jacksonville for some games. So y'all definitely, you know what I'm saying, if you're going to a Tampa game, you're going to a Jacksonville game, reach out to us because we will be at those games for sure. Bring y'all coverage from those games. He's going to make the roster. They are thin at safety. The CU players are well prepared. Just wish that they had more at CU level. Hey, listen, we're absolutely prepared for the NFL. And those are the things that, you know, you could take Colorado lightly, but the preparation to be in the league for Colorado players, man, it's this night and day, man. We've been born for this. We've been ready for this, and we finna show people, right? Because everybody that from Colorado, we all got a chip on our shoulder. We all got that underdog mentality that y'all counted us out. Y'all said we couldn't be this, we couldn't be that, we wouldn't get drafted. Here we are. We just showing y'all what it is and what it ain't. So, Shiloh gonna steal a lot of headlines. He's gonna steal a lot of stories out of the Tampa Bay, but he's a great media person. So you're gonna really get to see Shiloh steal headlines. His personality. He's a lovable guy, right? The things that Shiloh brings to the table for his leadership on the field, off the field, the pressure that he brings, and his personality just alone, man. You could just sit there and watch Shiloh for hours and be like, man, this dude here, man, he's just a character. But hey, that's who Shiloh is, man, and we just want people to keep going. Do you think we'll get any more players out the portal? So let's get into that. Let's talk about some Colorado right now. As I'm waiting on Coach Dre to pull up, he should be up here any minute now. Yes, we're going to get more players out of the portal. We're going to be. We actually have a player coming on a visit from UCLA. Right now, currently. Oh, well, not right now, currently, but he'll be here this week. He was a freshman that hit the portal. He has 4 years of eligibility, offensive lineman. We're going to get more kids. We have 20 to 22 open scholarships right now. So we're far from done from the roster construction of the Colorado Buffaloes and what that looks like. We have a lot of scholarships open. So that means we got a lot of visitors that's going to come on visits. You're going to have a lot of players that's going to come in on secret visits that you're not hearing about. We're going to try to get another center, right, for depth reasons. We're going to try to get another center. We might possibly get another defensive lineman just for injury purposes. We're definitely still looking for linebackers. So this roster is nowhere near complete done. We got time to still build. And then you got to realize there are going to be players that's going to graduate college early, right? They're going to be in college for 2.5 years and then being graduated, and they're going to hit the portal. So there's a lot of opportunity for us to add. We will add players to this roster. So y'all just be patient. It's not they didn't fast build this team like in the past. They slow played this out. So when you look at Colorado and how many players that we could possibly get out of the portal, we can still add roughly around 20 to 22 players on this roster. And those are the things that, don't get overlooked. Colorado's going to be depth-wise, Colorado's going to be a lot better this year than they have been in previous years. So, my brother is here. He's here. Coach Dre, what is going on?
What's happening, bro? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? How
Man,
y'all feel?
we just in here talking CU right now because some people wanted to, they was asking questions, will we add more people in the portal? And how many roster spots we had open. And I was just giving an update. We got another offensive lineman that's gonna come this week on a visit. We still looking for some center depth and some linebackers, but we still got some roster spots open to add plenty of talent on this roster.
Yeah, I mean, graduation just happened. So you will get some guys that have graduated that maybe they might hit the portal, but I think this kid has been in the portal for a minute. Him coming to see you, I think we'll get him. He's just a great depth piece. He got 4 years of experience. He's something that you can build on. So I mean, we got plenty of spots. They finna start having the little off-season camps and things of that nature. So we should be in a good position to be able to get some kids in quality spots that we need.
And I'll say this to the realm of the camps that's coming, right? There's going to be a camp for graduate transfers to come in and showcase their skill set, to earn a scholarship, to earn a roster spot. So we got a lot to play out the rest of this off season. As we inch closer to August, right, to fall camp, because that's really what we're doing it for, right? The boys will be back in town in June to start off season, summer workouts. That's right around the corner. So, the kids are enjoying their off time right now. But once we get to about the middle of June, it's game on, right? Summer workouts are here. Time to get ready. Time to get ourselves in shape. And the main thing is trying to get as many players as possible here in June. So when we get to August, we ready to go. Because they will get a week or two break right before we go into fall camp. But we're trying to get as much time as possible in for summer workouts. You got anything else on that, Coach Dre, before we move on? Coach Dre, you there? All right, so let's move on. I don't think Coach Dre had anything else to say upon that point. So Coach Dre, when you look at the impact of Shiloh and Tampa Bay, and what you see, well, he dropped off. He'll be back because I was about to get into the Shiloh talk. He dropped off, but he'll be right back. Of course, somebody always calls. Coach is calling. But let me speak upon why Coach Dre off. We're gonna be on some college visits. As y'all know, nephew is doing his thing. He had a great spring. Coach Dre has a spring game this Thursday. And then it's, after the spring game, it's gonna be they're gonna be taking some visits. He got some kids on the roster that is really attracting a lot of coaches to come out during the spring, and bring some offers to the table. And so y'all be on the lookout, especially if you guys follow us on X or on Instagram of things that we're posting. A lot of it is Coach Dre's team and the kids, the offers that they're getting. But hey, Coach Dre, before we get into Shiloh, I wanted you to talk about your team and what it's looking like, because I know y'all have a spring game on Thursday, and we're gonna try to live stream that if we can. But talk about that, how the spring is looking for you guys so far.
It's looking good. The guys are excited about this week. You've been practicing for about 3 weeks now, so now you get to go out and play another opponent, and it's kind of like what Coach Prime is saying. Like, you beat up on each other for 3 weeks, at least give them the opportunity to go play somebody else. And in high school, you get that opportunity to go play somebody else. So we feel good with what we got going on. We are a senior heavily loaded team. This is Coach Gator's first class becoming senior. So these guys are the guys that walked in with him when he got the head coaching job here at Eastside. And so it's a special group of young men, and we trying to do something special. So we feel good about where we at right now. You get 2 more days to work, a dress rehearsal on Wednesday, and then we'll go play. We have a kid, Marco Daniels, who's probably the second best linebacker in the state of Florida. We got a kid by the name of K-Mac that he plays running back. Right now he's grounding offers from Wake Forest, UConn, Maryland. We got a kid, Tremaine, outside linebacker, Starlight guy, 6'3", 210 right now. And a lot of schools, like I say, we got every school coming in here. We got a school every day is 2 or 3 schools. I'm proud of these guys. But my biggest accomplishment for these young men are all of these boys got over 3.0 GPA. And when you got that, coaches, that's what they look at. They got to look at that resume. They got to look at that transcript. And so we feel good about where we at coming into this season. So we prepared. We're gonna have another hard work day today, and then get ourselves ready to go play come Thursday. Like Rob said, we're trying to figure out a way how we can stream. If not, Rob will be giving live updates on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, but on X and on Instagram, so y'all can know the score of the game and stuff. And we might even try to go live maybe right after the game or something like that. But you know, we just excited about what we got to offer, and especially for my guys.
Yes, sir. So standing in the state of Florida, Coach Dre, and Shiloh's down there, um, and the movement that Shiloh's making on that roster. Shiloh's gonna make that 53-man roster. I just want you to talk about the impact of Shedeur Sanders in Tampa Bay, and the leadership piece of what he's gonna bring to Tampa Bay that a lot of people not gonna be. They're gonna be waiting to see.
Shiloh, I mean, it's just good to be down here with Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is a great football coach, and then on top of that, you get to go to an organization where one of your coaches from Colorado is a legend. Um, and you got Derek Brooks that's really very heavily involved with the team and stuff like that. So he's going to get the every opportunity he can to make an impression on his football team. Again, I believe he's going to start off on the special teams. I think that's where he first going to make his big mark, is on probably on kickoff and punt kickoff, punt, the punt team and stuff like that. I think that's where he's going to make his biggest impact at. But they don't have a lot of depth in the safety room. So I think after you get past that, and with you playing 18 games a season, I expect to see Shiloh playing some safety, getting in that safety spot right after like game 8 or 9. But that guy is gonna bring the energy. They got an all-pro back there in their secondary, so he's pretty much the leader. But what Shiloh brings in the charisma and things of that nature, that's what I'm most excited in looking back. But I think his first impact he's gonna make will be on special teams.
All right, now Miss Phyllis, we can't answer that question. We got some business we got to take, and we in talks with some coaches, but we can't go into a discussion about that, Miss Phyllis. As much as we, what I'm saying, it'll be a lovely option. We can't go into discussion about that. And so I'll just say this to say that, I do represent Coach Dre's son. So we in a good situation to have, but I can't say whether what that looks like process wise or anything like that. But if you know Coach Dre, you know me, anything is possible, right? But it's gonna take at the end of the day, it's his decision. It's not ours. But I'll just say, we got some things lined up. But sorry for the technical issues Coach Dre is having right now. He's trying to get back. We need a running back linebacker at CU ASAP. We got a linebacker, in Florida that we can get. But we gotta let everything play out. I can't say we've been in talk with Colorado. I can say that, but that's the most I can give you far as anything outside of that. We've been in contact with a number of schools. But it's at the end of the day, we just going through the process and taking calls to see, what we want to do, who we want to visit, and things like that. So that's the best answer I can give you, Miss Phyllis, on that part far as Coach Dre's son, because I am the person that represents Coach Dre's son. So all I can tell you is that we're receiving calls, people coming out to the spring, coming to check out and doing different things. So it would be nice. I'm not saying it wouldn't be. It would be nice, but we got things, Oh, we off those. Hey, listen, we got a team, man. We got a team, man. It ain't just me. We got a team, so y'all just be patient, man. I know y'all want to see him there, but yeah, we there. Y'all think there's more calls being made or coming in for CU football? Yeah, CU's in a good spot, man. CU's in a good spot. What I'll tell y'all is this: when it comes to CU, it's more of CU turning down people for the right people versus them having to make calls. A lot of things is, we want to make calls, but it's making sure that we call and we talk to the right people. So that's what I would tell you from a standpoint of CU. Calls are being made and calls are being received for CU football. But it's also about the right opportunity, right fit, right? Every time we bring in somebody, we want to upgrade what we bring it in, not degrade what we bring it in, right? And so the next level is you always want to upgrade the bottom 20% of your roster. So if you lost the bottom 20% of your roster, you want to upgrade whatever the bottom 20% of that roster. Overall, so far, what we brought in, we have upgraded the bottom 20% of the roster with still more to add in the situation. So y'all just be patient on that part. I'm thankful for all the CU players who have been blessed with the opportunity to be in the NFL. They were taught properly. Press up for Chidozie. Hey, Chidozie's gonna get an opportunity. Just be patient. Old school, what's up, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. What's going on, old school? Going to pray and trust the process, Rob and Coach Dre. Hey, listen, yeah, just pray for us. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're gonna go on some visits. I'm not gonna break down, what the recruiting is and who in the finals, things like that, because we taking calls right now. And people come to visit. So I can't say, we going here, we going there, this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, it's all we doing is we taking in all the information, and processing everything to come up with a plan what we want to do for the summertime and who we gonna visit for the summertime and who's serious and who's not. So, Coach Dre, I don't know if you want to comment, what I'm saying, on the process. They asked about the process of David, you know what I'm saying, and I was, let him know that, I represent David, but at the end of everybody's pushing for him to go see you, but I say it's a process. We talking to teams right now. Yeah.
Here's what I want y'all to understand. For the position that my son plays, he's undersized. Is he a dog? Can he play anywhere? Yes. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. I'm not naive to think that he can't make it D1. We know he can, but right now he's undersized. He's right at 6 foot. And he plays defensive tackle, offensive line. When you're talking about that position, you're asking to be 6'2", 6'3". So we're a little undersized, but what we do make up for that, we kind of like Shedeur. We real compact, we real strong, but we have offers from a lot of Division I AA's and things of that nature, and that's fine with us. You get what I'm saying? I'm not upset that we don't have a big Power 5 offer or something like that right there, because, like I say, I understand football. I know what sells. And that's why sometimes a lot of these kids fail, because they're not looking at these young men talent. They just looking at their size in college. Yep. Oh, he's 6 something. Oh, I can make something happen with that. And then he really not a good football player, but because of his height, those guys get the opportunity. And so, but he's in great spirits. We know we're gonna get the opportunity to play college football, and like I told, that was always my thing. My thing is, Coach Dre not rich, and so, if we can get into school and not have to pay, that's my dream, is for him to get him a degree, to grow up to be a great man. Like, football is just a caveat. You get what I'm saying? Because David always knew that he had to make great grades and be a good human being and be a good guy, and that's what I'm most proud of about my son is his character traits and the way that kind of stuff spills off from him, and the leadership qualities that he portrays. So that other stuff, like I say, the other stuff is just a caveat for me. It's not it has to be a Division I AA. You get what I'm saying? We don't mind going to a HBCU, which we have some HBCU offers. So we're not just hunting the Division I offers, because this is the thing that people have to understand. Those coaches that's in those lower levels, you move up in the coaching ranks. And the last thing you want to do is shun off a coach because, you think you're too good to go here. And then that coach gets a big job. Yep. And now you want his help. My thing is, that's how you get some of these kids to get from this school to that school, because of the simple fact is, what happens is the coach gets a bigger job, and he has his eyes on these kids, and he brings these kids in with him because he knows their talent. So that's the biggest thing is I just want him to make it to school. That's it. Wherever he goes, and whatever best for him, because I don't have to go to school. He got to go to school. So I want it to be what's best for him, not what's best for me.
The best thing I could tell you for Reggie Peterson is they know everybody that's in the transfer portal. I'm just gonna tell you that they know everybody. They done their research. They done some homework on him. He may not fit the bill, whether that's what they're looking for, a linebacker for a size, height, weight, whatever that looks like. I can't answer that question for you. What I can say to you is, one, how many years that he has eligibility left. That's going to play a key to coming to Colorado right now. And two, if he's able to come to, the postgraduate camp or what, I'm saying, because I don't know what his eligibility look like, I would tell him to try to get out to Colorado and get in front of their eyes. There are different ways of going about it without talking to Box and Corey Phillips. They're not the only two people to talk to in the building, but they are the first two people that you want to talk to. Just send his highlights to me on X or Instagram, and then let me see what I can do. I'll see what I can do to help him out. So there are coaches out here, and I would just tell you, there's a lot of people that want to come play for the University of Colorado, but they may not be the fit for University of Colorado. So they might start somewhere else and shine, but they might not be the fit for what Colorado's looking for. So I just want to put that out there because there's a multitude of kids that could play at Colorado, but they might not be the fit for Colorado because they take a lot of things into account and not just what you do on the field, but what you do off the field. So always think about that and understand that your coaches do talk and they're going to do their homework. They're going to do their research. So that's what I would tell you. But let's get back into it. Coach Dre, is Shedeur Sanders the most underrated player that the NFL and the Cleveland Browns needed?
Underrated.
Underdog.
Yeah.
I should say underdog, not underrated. Underdog. Sorry, my bad.
Oh yeah, underdog. I don't think he's the underdog. I think the guy just. I keep telling people that God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And so what you need to take away from this is that Shedeur is built for this. He's not new to this. He's been scrutinized his whole career. He's been put down. When he went to Jackson, he can just be a good little quarterback for Jackson State. When he came out of Jackson and went to Colorado, that'll never translate. So I just think Shedeur's story is just that, man, he gonna always overcome whatever battles you put in front of him. And so this is just another obstacle that they put in front of him. And also it's another testimony to young kids and to anybody that, man, just don't never give up. Just because they say, well, but long as I get a chance to be I just want a chance to be in the room. That's all he ever asked for was a chance to be in the room. And so now we got our chance to be in the room, and now we're gonna take full advantage of it. And that's why Coach Prime always preaches, be prepared. Don't not be prepared because you sitting there throwing a pity party. Oh, poor little me. Oh, why this happened to me? I should have been this. I should have been that. No, you get up and you show the people why you should have been this and why you should have been that, and then they can see for themselves. So I just think it's just the way that the story was supposed to be written. Everybody's story has been written. Now you can change it with the way you act. But Shedeur didn't get bitter. You see him smiling, you see him always happy, and you see him working. All of that goes together. And when you see all that going together, you can't do nothing but be proud of what this young man has accomplished and what he's going to accomplish. And the Cleveland Browns ain't dumb. They ain't dumb. They understand what it is. You want that owner. He wants to win, but he definitely wants to recoup some of that money that he's losing with Deshaun Jackson contract. And you just signed Myles Garrett to a big contract. You got to put money. You got to make that. You got to make that money back. And Shedeur's gonna help you make that money back.
So America loves underdog stories, and he didn't get picked in the draft when he's supposed to, and so you see in the bagging of it. So that's the real reason how the question came about is about when you look at the way Shedeur Sanders, where he got drafted at, things like that, and now being put as the underdog, and now he's the fourth string player on as a quarterback or 15, some people eyes, and to see his maturation, when we all know that ain't the real truth, and so that's why the question has to be asked in the situation of For the NFL, everybody loves that underdog. They love somebody to root for that you didn't think that was supposed to be there. And so it should do what the NFL and the Cleveland Browns needed to bring more headlines and hellways for people to be more interested in that field. And so that's the point of the reason why the question was asked. So I always like to give the why behind the why, when we ask questions of why we ask questions, so you get clarification, so you're not just running with a narrative to this, there, everywhere, right? So when I look at Shedeur Sanders, right, I don't look at Shedeur Sanders as an underdog. But I do think he has some characteristics as an underdog based upon, what the NFL has done to him. But I don't look at him as underdog because his gifts and talents is going to allow Shedeur Sanders to be successful and to be a starter in this league and to have a longevity career in this league because of the traits that he comes with as a black quarterback in the NFL. So with that being said, Coach, when you look at Shedeur Sanders, how would you handle Shedeur Sanders going into the season, throughout the season this year? What would be your ideal situation?
My ideal situation is that after they got another OTA camp coming up in a week or so.
Yep.
And by then you should know what your lineup is at quarterback going into training camp. I believe that Shedeur Sanders, by the time we get to training camp, she'll be fighting for that number 2 spot. I said it last night on B Watts. If I'm the Cleveland Browns, I'm calling up the New Orleans Saints to see if they want to trade for Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Because that's the only guy that on my team. I'm not giving you Shedeur because the owner not going to let you trade Shedeur. So there's no need to talk about why not trade Shedeur. No, they're not going to do that. The owner not going to do that. So I would call up and see if I can get me a 4th and a 5th for Kenny Pickett. So that would leave Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel. And again, it just comes down to who's the better quarterback. And letting Joe Flacco understand that, hey, yes, this is your job, but if this young man comes in here and beats you out, I don't have no problem with playing. Because, again, I'm going to continue to tell y'all, the fan base wants Shedeur Sanders. The people in Cleveland want Shedeur Sanders to be the quarterback. And so now you have a guy like Flacco and Gabriel. Y'all in a rock between a rock and a hard place. Because if they do roll you guys out there and you guys don't play well, hey, you hear, we want Shedeur. People throwing up their wrists and all of this stuff. And so you're not set up to succeed. And that's going to be the toughest part. I
think people going to be throwing up the wrist. Go ahead.
The way I would handle it is, I would make it, like I say, it would be Joe Flacco number 1. Everybody else is fighting to see where they at going into training camp.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be throwing up the wrist. I think they're gonna be throwing up the wrist no matter what happened. Like win, lose, and draw, they throwing up the wrist, baby.
Right. Hey Rob. Hey, this coach just got here. I didn't think he was coming. I thought he wasn't coming till 2.
Okay.
Appreciate all the love and support y'all been giving us. I'll be here Wednesday. And like you say, we getting ready to play Friday. Y'all still here and Rob, brother Rob, the man. Love y'all. God bless y'all, and y'all be good.
I appreciate you, Coach. So as y'all can see, Coach Dre had to jump off. He had a coach coming in. Like I said, we've been having coaches coming in for the guys, and then the game's on Thursday. So shout out to all the coaches. First of all, if any coach watching this right now that's been out to East Side to check out the team, man, we appreciate y'all for y'all support, for just coming in and seeing the guys and whatever y'all give and offer to the team, and we appreciate that for sure. But let me get into this last segment before I get up out of here. Will Shedeur become the starter? Will Shedeur be the star and the coveted person of training camp? and with the Cleveland Browns. So that's the last part of this segment before we get up out of here. And so when you look at Shedeur Sanders, you look at the overall expectation of Shedeur Sanders and the media presence of Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is going to be the star of every situation of training camp. They're going to be more invested on Shedeur Sanders and what he's got going on in Cleveland more than any other situation quarterback play in the NFL. I don't care who it is, right? I want to see what Cam does, but he's going to be the one who's going to overshadow Cam in a situation. And I know a lot of people like, man, why is Cam Ward not getting the love and Shedeur is getting all the love? It's because the NFL already painted a narrative, and everybody's going to push for Shedeur because everybody knows Shedeur should have been, one of the top quarterbacks picked. But it is what it is. And so when you look at the whole grand scheme of things, everything that Shedeur does is going to be elevated to a different level on and off the field, right? Things that we seen Shedeur do at Colorado that other people just act like he didn't do. He's just showing you who he is as a person, as a great leader, as a great mentor to younger people. So Shedeur is going to be in a blessed situation. He's in a blessed situation, I should say. He's going to continue to grow as things move on. But every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday, you're going to catch us here, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking Shedeur, talking Colorado. We are back every week. So, man, make sure y'all come and check in, tune to us, because we are going to continue to grow this platform. We do have other shows that we have obligations to that we're doing on the platform now. So you will see me talking hoops. You will see Coach Dre with B Watts. I will be on B Watts as a guest every now and then, every blue moon. But it's really going to be Coach Dre taking over all the football stuff for Rodman Media. I'm going to be focusing on a whole bigger thing than just Colorado. So Coach Dre is going to be consistently talking about Colorado. I'm going to be on bigger things of talking more than just Colorado. So I'm talking hoops. I'm talking a lot of NFL talk and different things. So y'all be on the lookout. Make sure I hit that notification bell because Rodman Media is changing before your eyes and growing before your eyes. So, man, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe today. If you once this video ends, man, please leave a comment once this video ends. Let us know where you're checking in from. Let us know if you have any topic that you guys want us to discuss or if anything that we can do. And like I said, we're going to try to bring you as much coverage as we can this year. We're going to try to bring you more of Coach Dre's games because I know people want to support Coach Dre. We're going to try to get that all on the platform for you guys to see everything in a different light. So y'all tune in. Y'all come check us out, man. We appreciate the love and support. We'll see y'all on Wednesday, and we out of this thing. Peace.